Welcome to this brief video that demonstrates how to use Office 2010 to satisfy the requirements for the research paper required for ITSE 1391 Introduction to Software Testing. First, we're going to demonstrate how to put section headings in that will automatically create a table of contents. So to begin with, you start typing the section names. So we'll call them main section 1, main section 2, and main section 3. And then underneath main section 1, we'll add subsection 1, subsection 2, subsection 3. Under main section 2, we'll put subsection A, subsection A1 and subsection B, and under main section 3 we'll just put subsection X. So we basically have an outline. The key for the table of contents to work properly is the formatting. All the main sections need to be for heading 1 format, which we will apply now. All of the first level or first subsections are heading 2. And that will apply to subsection, also to subsection A, subsection B, and subsection X. Finally, the subsection, or the third level of indent, if you think of an outline, is heading 3. With that, we can now create an automatic table of contents. Insert a blank page, put the cursor at the top of that page, go in to click on References, click on Table of Contents. We have two ways, either be called Contents or Table of Contents. I'll pick the one that says Table of Contents, and voila, we have an automatically generated table of contents. If we edit the document and the page numbers change, we merely have to come back to Table of Contents, click on it, and where it says Update Table, click on Update Table. The table will be updated with page numbers and any additions or deletions we make to the sections, as long as we keep the heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 format for the section titles. With that, we can now start talking about adding content. Okay. And I'll just go ahead, for sake of typing, copy this. Say subsection content goes here. And now we have created some content, although it is very non-exciting. And we'll call this the subsection here. So we basically are typing data into a report, but it looks a lot like an outline. At this point in time, we have table of contents, we have part of the paper. Let me go ahead and do a force main section 3 to go to another page. In doing so, if I go back to table of contents, click on Update Table, update the entire table, you will see that now we have our page number 3 shows up. The very next step that we can do is to insert a cover page. So with that, we go to Insert and then Cover Page, and we'll pick a format and type the name of the document, My Wonderful Report, and the subtitle ITAC 1391 Introduction to Software Testing. It already has my name in it. I can pick the date, go put it for today's date, and I have an abstract. We don't need an abstract, we'll leave it blank. And so we now have a title page, a table of contents, and 2 pages of the report. We do not have page number at all, so we can now go to Insert, insert page number. We'll do it at the top of page on the right hand side, which is the MLA level 6 format, and we'll stick the word page in front of it. And at that point in time, we now have our page numbers added to our pages. The only thing left are where we put references to sources where we found material, which will then automatically allow us to create a bibliography. So I will go to the end of this section where subsection content for subsection 2 goes, go back to references, and I'm going to insert a citation. This will be a new source, and we'll say that is a website. We'll say the author is unknown. The name of the web page, How to Do Software Testing. I don't know if this page exists or not. What's important about a website is you want to indicate the month, day, and year you accessed it. Simply because that web pages are not always there. And the URL, http://.howtotest.com, totally made up. With this, we say OK, and we have the MLA 6th style, MLA 6th edition style, which is the latest style, that will put the name of the author here. I'll go to insert another citation. You notice if we want to use the previous one, it's already there. I'm going to add a new source, and we'll say the author of this one is good old John Smith, but instead of a web page, I want this to be a book. Make this a book from John Smith, title, How to Do Software Testing, that it was a 2010 copyright. It was published in New York by a publisher we'll call Random House. So we now have a reference to a book. I say OK, and we see Smith. Now we're missing the bibliography. This winds up being the easy part. If you notice, under references, we have bibliography. I click on bibliography. I need to have works cited or bibliography, whichever one it to be called. I'll click on bibliography, and it just created the bibliography for us. However, it did it in the middle of the document. So we'll go down here and insert a page at the end. And now we have the bibliography at the end. If we made any changes to references, the bibliography can be updated the same way as table of contents by update citations and bibliography. So this basically completes the demonstration on how to use Office 2010 to meet the requirements of the document formatting with a title page, a table of contents with page numbers, a body of the report and bibliography. Be sure to list all of your sources and enjoy working on this project. I think you all will think it's fun. Hopefully this video will have made the mechanics of doing this much easier. Thank you for listening.